Hey guys, welcome to today's video and welcome on into my beauty stash. I have some new Patrick Ta to try out for you guys today. I picked up his new face palette. In this palette, we're getting two new cream blushes, two new powder blushes, and a new highlighter. This is what this beauty looks like. So we have a cream up here, which is all covered by this little lip, this little plastic. Love that. And then we have the powders at the bottom. Now, I do want to point out that over here on the highlighter side, this is said to be more of a gloss. So you're going to lay this down first, and then I believe you're going to go over it with the powder highlighter. I don't have any Patrick Ta blushes, so for me, I was really interested in picking this palette up. I wanted to try it out for you guys, and I want to see if I can dupe it, because I think I have these shades in my e.l.f. putty blushes, so you'll definitely have to stay tuned. I'll give you guys some alternatives for this $58 palette, although I think $58, when it comes down to it, I mean, you are getting 6 different shades in here, and that comes out to a little less, a little under $10 a shade, which is, you know, don't we pay about $8–10 at the drugstore for one blush sometimes? So, you know, I think it's all right, especially for me, and maybe for those of you out there who've never tried any Patrick Ta blushes. I like this, and this is a limited edition palette. This is for holiday 2022. I didn't get last year's, and I know a lot of people, you guys enjoyed last year's. I missed out on that one, so I definitely wanted to pick this one up. We're going to be doing some live swatches, so I'll be doing some arm swatches. I'll take you over here to the other side of my filming room, and then I will be cheek swatching them. I do have the new Patrick Ta foundation on right now, and I'm wearing his bronzer as well. So this is the bronzer I have on. The bronzer I have in the shade She Sculpted. I have that just on the forehead and a little bit on my nose. And then I did tell you I'm wearing his new cream foundation right here. The shade I have in this one is Light 1. I did use the setting powder right here to set this side of the face. So we'll see how these powders or how these cream blushes go on top of a set base. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think that Patrick Ta, the way he recommends to apply his blushes is to actually do powder blush first and then use the cream on top to kind of like give it a glow. So we'll try it. We'll try it both ways. We'll see what happens. If it is your first time here on my channel, I want to say hello and welcome to everybody. My name is Steff, and this is what I love to do on my channel. I love trying out new makeup. You will always see the latest and greatest in drugstore makeup, high-end makeup, indie makeup, a little bit of luxury here and there. I also do makeup ranking videos. I do multiple looks with eyeshadow palettes. If all of that sounds great to you and you want to see my videos on pretty much a daily basis, I do tend to upload quite a bit. Do me a favor and click on the subscribe button and hit the bell next to it. That way you'll be notified every time I do drop a new video. And if you like what you see, if you're a fan of Patrick Ta or you just want to see me swatch some blushes, give this video a thumbs up before you go. As usual, I will have everything that I'm wearing both on and off camera linked in the description box. Some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. We'll do the arm swatches first, and then we'll do the cheek swatches. Then I'll give you my final thoughts. I'll give you some dupe alternative recommendations, and we'll see if this new Patrick Ta blush and highlighter palette is worth your time and your money. We are getting new shades. It retails for $58, and it is in stock right now online at Sephora. If you guys want to see the new Patrick Ta holiday face palette in action, keep on watching. Okay guys, so here is the palette. It has that mirrored packaging, so I want to be careful that I don't blind you with the light, but you do have the shade names on the back, and of course it has the name of the palette. It says that this is good for 12 months after opening, and you are getting 3 1-ounce or 3 grams of product in the cream, each cream pan, and the powder is 0.11 ounces or 3.8 grams. So let's open this up. This doesn't feel like too heavy. It doesn't really feel heavy at all to where it would be like that, you know, that luxe packaging. It's just okay. So this is what it looks like. We're getting the 2 blushes right here, and then we're getting the gloss and the highlighter. So we're going to start first with this shade. This shade, I believe, is called Giving Flirty right here. So we're going to start swatching on the arm first. Feels like a really, really creamy formula. So not a lot came off. So there's what Giving Flirty looks like. And I'm gonna kind of just shear it out a little bit, like if I was gonna apply it to the cheek. So you can see that as you kind of blend it, there's a little bit of sparkle to it as well. That's pretty. Now you can see that the powder does have a little bit of sparkle to it as well. And I'm gonna do that right here. It's a beautiful pink. That's really pretty. I'm just gonna kind of shear it out a little bit. Now I'm gonna get some of the cream. I'm gonna apply it on top of the powder. Oh wow, it adds extra sparkle. That's really pretty. That's a good pink. All right, this is Giving Flirty. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this shade called Giving Sunkissed. This is like a peach coral shade, and you can definitely see the sparkle in this one as well. Now I'm just gonna shear it out a little bit. That's really pretty too. Now I'm gonna go in with the powder. Now I'm gonna shear it out. Now I'm gonna pick up a little bit of the cream. Just blend the two together. Oh yeah, that really intensifies it. I like that. Ooh, these are all so pretty. Okay, now we're gonna go in with the highlighter. So I don't think this is gonna have any pigment to it. It's just a gloss. Yeah, so it's just a clear, maybe just a little bit. I think it looks like it has a sparkle because it looks wet, but it's definitely clear. Now this one, oh, what's the name of this one? Giving Glossy. This is the highlighter. See, that has the shimmer. That has the sparkle to it. And you can see that right away. Now I'm gonna add some of the powder highlighter on top of the gloss, because I think by doing this, it's really just gonna intensify it. And I think you'll be able to see it more so on the cheekbones. Now let's see what would happen if I do the gloss on top of just the powder. I guess you could do it either way. I would think that the gloss would go on the bottom though, just so that it could give it like a tacky base. But yeah, here is the palette swatched. I love the shades. I think they're really pretty. I think this highlighter is going to work for several different skin tones. And yeah, okay, let's go back to my filming desk and we'll start cheek swatching these. Okay, so we'll start on the right side where I did lay down some of the Patrick Ta setting powder, and I want to try his technique of doing the powder blush first and then the cream. So I'm going to go in with this one. This one is called Giving Flirty. Okay, a lot comes off on the brush. I'm just going to pat some out on the back of my hand. This is a BH Cosmetics brush, and we're going to start applying. I didn't put any bronzer on my cheek, just on my forehead. That does give very good payoff though. I'm really liking this pink shade. I think this is a really pretty pink. this could possibly be an alternative for that Dior pink blush that everybody seems to be hyped up on. And this is actually a better way, I guess, because you can get cream and powder, and you get a couple other shades as well. I'll have to let you guys know on longevity of the blushes later on. Maybe I'll do that in a community section post, but it is at the end of the day when I'm filming this. I'm already home from work. Okay, so I think that looks really pretty. I don't really feel like, oh yeah, I guess you can. I was gonna say, I don't really know that you can see like the soft shimmer in it. It kind of looks a little matte, but no, I guess you can. You can see a little bit of it there. I think once I apply the cream blush, and I'm going to use my e.l.f. Putty Blush Brush, and do that on top. So I think these creams are definitely meant to go on top of powder. So like how I have this side of the face set, lightly set. I think for those of you that you powder down your cheek, the perimeter of your face, I think you'll find that it works out just fine. I feel like the cream definitely adds a bit more of a glow. But that's really some good payoff. I feel like I'm getting better payoff on the cheek than I did on my arm, which is good because we don't wear blush on our arm. All right, so now I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna do the cream first, and then I'm gonna do the powder. And this is Giving Sunset. I'm using a Rephr 04. I think this is a really pretty shade as well. I feel like this shade is gonna be a bit more neutral and go with more stuff, go with more eyeshadow looks, and you know, just the whole, all the makeup that you wear a little bit better than the pink. I feel like peach and slightly coral leaning blushes, they tend to be more forgiving as far as the colors that they go with. I feel like that's more of a neutral. That looks really nice. Okay, now I'm gonna dip in, I'm gonna use the same brush, and I'm gonna go into the powder. Oh yeah. Okay, so I feel like this way, you're definitely gonna get more payoff. Like if you really wanna intensify the blush, which I think they're really pigmented on their own, applying the cream first and then the powder on top, I think that's gonna give you the most bang for your buck. Cause yeah, I definitely see a difference. I feel like this is a bit more glowy while this one is still glowy but not as glowy. So it'll be up to you how you're gonna want to wear these. I mean, it's your palette, you wear it however you want. That looks really pretty. Ooh, okay. I can definitely see more pink. I can see the difference between them. They're subtle once you have them on the face, but they're there. I think you guys can see that too. Right, now we're gonna do the highlighter. So I'm gonna try doing the, just doing the powder first on this side, and then I'll add a little bit of the gloss on top of it, and then we'll do vice versa over here on the left. So I'm taking my Alamar Cosmetics highlighter brush. That's a really pretty highlighter. Yeah, that's a nice highlighter. Really, really pretty. I'm just gonna use this brush that I used for the shade just to kind of blend everything. Okay, now I'm gonna take my finger with the gloss. I'm gonna do just a little bit. This is gonna give it like that wet look. You could even do this like on the inner corners or on your eyelids. I know that like glossy eye, I think it's still in. What do you guys think of that trend? Yeah, I do think that, I feel like that maybe even took it down a little bit. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get, where's my Sigma brush? I'm gonna get my Sigma F03, and I'm gonna pick up some of the gloss. And I'm just gonna apply that like where I'm gonna apply the highlighter on top. I don't know how I feel about this gloss, but you know, I understand the reason for it being in the palette because there's three creams on top, three powders on bottom. Now I'm going to take my Nabla Cosmetics little highlighter brush and the powder highlighter. For me, this is how I feel I'm going to use the highlighter. I'll do the gloss on bottom and the powder on top. Or maybe not even use the gloss. That looks really pretty though. A little bit up here. I'm just adding a little bit of the blush on this side just to blend. Okay guys, what do y'all think? I think my cheeks look fantastic. Okay guys, so let me go ahead and wrap up today's video. I'll give you guys my final thoughts and we'll go over some dupes and alternatives for this new Patrick Ta face palette. Okay guys, I have my dupe alternatives. I think I found some good ones for this new Patrick Ta palette. Let me show you swatches first. So the top is all Patrick Ta, cream and then powder, cream and then powder. And then over here for the highlighter, this is just the highlighter. I didn't include the gloss in this dupe portion of the video. And then at the bottom are my dupes. What do you guys think? I feel like I got some winners here. Let me go ahead and share with you the products. So for the pink column here, I felt that a nice dupe for the cream blush would actually be this one from e.l.f. Keep in mind, I've had this for quite a while. I don't really wear these on my cheeks. I just use them for swatch purposes. But this one is the Putty Blush. This is actually the matte formula. And this one is in the shade Bora Bora. And so that one is this one right here. So here's Patrick Ta and here's e.l.f. Bora Bora. So maybe you don't want that glowy blush, then you could definitely do the e.l.f. It's a matte version, the matte version, because they also have a luminous putty blush as well, which we're going to get to in a second. But this would be a nice alternative. And these e.l.f. putty blushes, these are $6, $6 or $7. Bora Bora. Now for the powder, I chose this one from Milani. I love Milani blushes. I think Milani makes my favorite formula at the drugstore. And this one is Dolce Pink. This is one of my favorite shades. And here's what Dolce Pink looks like versus the Patrick Ta powder. There is a slight difference. I definitely feel like the Patrick Ta is a bit more pink, and the Dolce Pink from Milani has a little bit of maybe a peach to it. But I still think it's a nice alternative. And I would say out of these two, I would just go for the Milani Dolce Pink. And I feel like it can just take the place of both of these, the powder and the cream from Patrick Ta. That's just my opinion. I've always been a fan of Milani baked blushes, and Dolce Pink is definitely one of my favorite shades. Now let's move on to the second shade right here. So for the cream, I chose the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Blush. And this one, let me show you what it looks like. This shade is Belize. These are so good and they're so pretty. So here is the Patrick Ta cream, and here is e.l.f. Luminous cream. Now here is the Patrick Ta powder. And then down here, another one from Milani. So this one from Milani, this one is this Sunrise? No, this is Corolina. This is beautiful. A beautiful baked blush formula. This is also one of my favorites. And this also has that bit of a shimmer to it, the way the Patrick Ta blushes have in this palette. I love them. I think I would rather have the Milani again over the Patrick Ta. And these Milani blushes, I think they're about $8 or $10. And then last but not least, we have the highlighter. So again, I didn't dupe out the gloss. I just duped out the highlighter, and I chose this one from Physicians Formula. And so here you can see the Patrick Ta on top, and here's the Physicians Formula on the bottom.
the Physicians Formula has a little bit more of like a silver, slight pink shift to it, while the Patrick Ta has a little bit more gold, but I felt their textures and their consistencies were very, very similar. And this one from Physicians Formula is called the Diamond Dust. I hardly wear this. I need to keep it at my filming desk and get more use out of it. The packaging is cute on it. All right, guys, so these are my dupes. Let's go back to the filming desk and we'll wrap up the video.
Okay, guys, so now that I've shown you full swatches, arm swatches, cheek swatches, and I gave you guys some dupe and alternative recommendations, my final thoughts on the Patrick Ta. This is the Major Headlines Blush Palette Volume 2. I really do like it. I really do like it. There's only one shade, and it's the gloss up here that I wish, you know, we could have done without. I don't really see a need for it, I guess, but you know, it goes with a palette, 3 creams, 3 powders, and for me that I had never tried a Patrick Ta blush before, this was a really nice way to do it. For $58, you're getting 6 different shades, and I think this is nice. I think this would make a beautiful gift. The quality is definitely great. There's definitely pigmentation. I'll have to let you guys know on the longevity of the blushes, how they wear throughout the day. I am normal to oily and I'm 40 years old, just for reference in case it's your first time watching one of my videos. But I did enjoy all the shades. I thought everything coordinated really well together. I really did like the highlighter. I think my favorite shade out of all of them, I think I'm gonna have to give it to this one. The powder shade. This one is called Giving Sunkissed. But I also liked my dupes, and I feel like if you pick up those 2 Milani blushes that I showed you, which were Dolce Pink and Corolina, I think those could be your one and done, and then maybe you want to pick up the Physicians Formula highlighter, or maybe you don't like the texture of this highlighter, because I do feel it has a little bit of texture to it. It's not smooth. I feel like it's smooth, but it has a little bit of texture to it. So I feel like those Milani blushes though are spot on. Like you can just pick those up and be done with it. You can get the same aesthetic that you could with the Patrick Ta palette and save, you know, 40 bucks. But let me know your thoughts. What did you think about the dupe alternatives? What did you think about this palette? Have you tried Patrick Ta blushes in the past? What are some of your favorite shades? For me, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it 2 thumbs up. I think it's a nice palette and it's a nice way to try the brand for the first time. But let me know what you think and let me know if this is on your wish list. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water. Cheers. I'll see y'all very soon. Bye.